What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the DC edition of the Ragin Nation Show. This is just a web series we're talking about all things matter to me in the DC Extended Universe. This is episode number 35, and in this episode, we gotta talk about Suicide Squad, a film that I'm highly anticipating for 2016. And well, Warner Bros. Studios has released some new official images of the Suicide Squad online for us all to see, and also on newsstands if you pick up an issue of Empire magazine. Now we got to talk about them. This episode is all about the commentary for these photos because these photos are pretty badass. So let's talk about it. First of all, the very first image they released online was this new image of the Joker. This would be the second image of the Joker played by Jared Leto. The very first one was this one, which was tweeted by David Ayer, and then from that photo we can see how crazy and psychotic he looks. Now in this new photo from Empire, we're getting a full body shot, and the first thing I gotta say is that he looks menacing. He just totally looks menacing. He doesn't have a shirt on. He's just wearing a trench coat, this purple shiny trench coat and some pants. But then what you can see is also his tattoos, as well as the fact that he's been working out. So I'm assuming that there's going to be some physical combat, like some actual combat taking place, like not just being beaten by I don't know, whoever's going to beat him up, whether it be Batman or somebody else, but he's going to fight back. All right, so that is going to be cool. Anyways, that is the first image they revealed. The second image would be the actual cover of Jared Leto as the Joker on Empire magazine. Now, this is very, very exciting. First of all, badass photo. This looks great. He looks even more menacing in this. You can see he's got a bit of a six-pack, and also he's holding these two thingies, which I have no idea what it is, but it's shooting bolts of electricity, purple electricity, and I'm just curious what this is all about. If he puts it together, maybe it powers something up. If he takes it apart or puts it together, maybe something blows up. I don't know, but maybe it's part of his arsenal. But it holds some sort of significance, and this is something that we should be pretty excited about. Moving on, let's talk about Cara Delevingne as the Enchantress. Now, this photo is an image we've seen before in the trailer. Cara Delevingne in this looks like a swamp or she's in some black water. Maybe this is before she becomes the Enchantress, because when she becomes the Enchantress, she looks like this. All right. Now, I think that she's a very, very unique character because of her abilities. She uses magic and sorcery, where everybody is more grounded and uses, they use rounds like weapons and guns, and other ones use brute force, from hand-to-hand combat. She uses magic, and her costume is out of this world. So, so I'm really curious to see how she's included in this. Now, what's very, very interesting is that when we see shots of the Suicide Squad, we don't actually see her as part of the Suicide Squad. Like in this photo, which is like a full page spread, where you see Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Rick Flag, Katana, Killer Croc, and also Diablo. Where's Enchantress? She's maybe doing her what she does behind the scenes, but here's the Suicide Squad, so that's pretty cool. Moving on, here's another badass. That would be Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. And I have a feeling that she's going to be a really badass character. After all, she came up with the idea of a Suicide Squad, and how badass is that? You got to be a badass to come up with the concept of grouping up a bunch of badasses to do some badass stuff. So I think that she is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and you won't want to mess with her. She's like a no-nonsense type of character, all right? Here's David Ayer giving some direction to Deadshot, played by Will Smith. And here's Harley Quinn in her really, really unique jail cell. Now, here's an interesting shot here. This is a behind-the-scenes shoot, and this looks like a scene with Harley Quinn and Joker. And Joker's in a straitjacket. Is that a straitjacket? Anyways, Joker is, I wouldn't say he's being interrogated, but he's being cross-examined or something. I don't know, but there's an interview going on. And if you look at this shot, this is straight out of the comics. Like, Completely, 100%. And that's the one thing that really makes me have a lot of faith in this film. Okay? David Ayer at San Diego Comic-Con did mention that everything that you loved about the comics is going to be in this movie. Well, not everything, but they're going to stay true as much as they can to the comics. They're going to please the fans. And I have a lot of faith in them. I don't know if this movie's going to be good, but so far it looks great. Okay? Now, let's take a look at some other images and some other covers. There are multiple covers for Empire Magazine. This would be the Suicide Squad edition. And what we have here is Enchantress, and she looks scary as hell. Now, this costume in the practical world makes absolutely no sense, okay? But this costume of her as the Enchantress doing her thing as a female sorceress is pretty awesome. It's scary. It's disturbing. She looks disturbing. She looks scary. Look at those eyes. Those are eyes that'll hypnotize you. So, we got psychos, killers, and freaks here to save the world. We also have Harley Quinn. Now, Harley Quinn is a character that I feel I'm going to fall in love with. I've already fallen in love with her. Alright, Margot Robbie is like crazy as Harley Quinn. And I think that with her personality and what she's going to bring to the table and her contributions as a Suicide Squad member is going to be something that we're going to love about her character. And we're going to love the playfulness about her character. So that is something that I'm really, really excited to see. And I've already fallen in love with her character. And here's, of course, Will Smith. Or rather, Deadshot. I mean, you know what? I really appreciate the fact that they cast a big star like Will Smith as Deadshot. But when he takes off the mask, that's Will Smith. So I hope that there are more scenes of Will Smith as Deadshot with the mask on than it is with the mask off. So hopefully he doesn't overpower everybody by his presence. Because, I mean, that's Will Smith. That's Mr. Hollywood. That is like the king of Hollywood. The biggest star in Hollywood right there. So hopefully he doesn't steal the thunder of everybody else. I would like to see this as a very balanced team. But anyways, I think he's going to do great as Deadshot. That costume with the mask on looks badass, okay? Anyways, the very last thing I want to talk about in this episode is Jared Leto as the Joker. Now, if you don't already know, Jared Leto, he really, really disconnected himself from the rest of the actors during the shoot of Suicide Squad. And the reason why I did this was because, well, he's a hardcore method actor. Or at least, he's a method actor. He was more of a method actor in this film than his other films. Like, I don't know how much method acting he does, okay? But all I know is that for Suicide Squad, he performed a lot of method acting. Now, if you don't know what method acting is, it's a technique that a lot of actors use, and that is they embody the character off camera as well as, on camera as well as off camera. Alright? So, a lot of the times they'll stay in their trailers between shoots and they will look at their script, or they will just put their mind into a place where they really believe they're the character, and it helps them be that character when they're filming. So, Jared Leto did that 100% throughout Suicide Squad. In fact, he had no off-camera interaction with any of the members of the Suicide Squad, any of his cast members, his cast mates. He never interacted with them except by giving them really creepy, questionable gifts, like a pet rat for Margot Robbie. Now that's full-on Joker, okay? He's being the Joker, even off camera, and he decided that that is what he wanted to do. He never even came to Comic-Con when everybody else came to Comic-Con, alright? And why he did that? Because it's not time to celebrate yet. It is actually still time to be the Joker. While the film is filming, he is the Joker. While they're in production, he is the Joker. He's not Jared Leto. So that's why he really felt that he needed to do a whole lot of hardcore method acting during the production of Suicide Squad. Now, of course, there is a lot going for him, I guess maybe against him, because a lot of people believe that Jack Nicholson is the best Joker. A lot of other people believe that Heath Ledger is the best Joker. Now, there's a lot of well, not a lot, but there is David Ayer who said that Jared Leto is going to be the craziest Joker you've ever seen. Okay, And that is saying a lot, because Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, they did an amazing job as the Joker. All right, very, very iconic characters brought to life by these great actors. Can Jared Leto do the same? I think that he felt a lot of pressure, and that is why he needed to do this type of method acting. And he really needed to become the character on and off screen. So, with that being said, he finally went public about what has happened. The shoot is over, so now he can talk about it. All right? Suicide Squad is done filming. He no longer needs to be the Joker anymore. So, he finally has gone public about in talking about it, and let's just see what he has to say. I always get the sense that the Joker may be much older than people think. It's something different. If you don't break the rules, you're not going to strike new ground. I think I'll be cooling down for the rest of my life. Now, he said this because, like I said, being the Joker really took a huge psychological toll on him. Now that the movie's over, in terms of shooting, he can tone it down and he can move on with his life. He also had to say something about this. He's more social, a very successful and smart businessman besides a sociopath. The Joker is the third rail of comic book movies. There's a power to that character, and by some freaking miracle, through the incredible things Jared has done and the photography and all the other millions of things that went into it, we've cooked up something transcendent. He's scary. Now, this was spoken by David Ayer. I apologize. I thought it was spoken by Jared Leto himself, but it was by David Ayer. And he was commenting on Jared Leto's Joker, and he says that he is something special. He's something else, something very unique, something we've not seen before. All right? Now, as for Jared Leto, he also said that, I was just thinking that the Joker would probably just say, F you, and hang up. Now, that's with regards to doing this interview, all right? There was definitely a period of detachment. I took a pretty deep dive, but this was a unique opportunity and I couldn't imagine doing it another way. It was fun playing those psychological games, but at the same time, it was very painful, like giving birth out of my prick hole. Now, what he's referring to is, of course, his method acting. He disconnected himself with the cast members. He played games, as in giving his castmates weird, bizarre gifts. Maybe some disturbing gifts. But he did this because he needed to embody the character 100%. And I felt that he did this because of what Heath Ledger did. And that is, he did a full-on study of his character. And what he did was he locked himself in a padded room with a straitjacket on, and he wanted to see what it's like to be that character psychologically, on and off camera. So if Heath Ledger did that, think about what Jared Leto would have to do to take it to the next level. And that is why I believe that Jared Leto is going to bring something really, really insane to the table. I cannot wait to see this movie. I cannot wait to see any of these characters, and I cannot wait to see the Joker. The Joker, a different version of the Joker, played by Jared Leto. I think he's the perfect choice for this character, and I think what he did is very, very above and beyond. So, Suicide Squad, it is happening. 2016, I believe August, and I can't wait for this film. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below about anything that I've talked about. What do you guys think of Enchantress and how she looks, and how about Will Smith as Deadshot? And what do you think about Jared Leto's method acting? Do you think it's necessary, or do you think he did the right thing? After all, Heath Ledger did really raise the bar for the Joker. Jared Leto, he's got a lot ahead of him. Anyways, the anticipation begins now. As always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Oh!